Hello everyone, my name is Wayne.
And I'm Rebecca.
And we are Your Bourbon Journey.
It's day 20. 20 days into December. You know what? This has always been a really special day to me. Do you know why?
You celebrate Hanukkah.
No, it's my mom's birthday.
Oh.
So happy birthday, Sandy. She's a great mom, and I just want to wish her a very happy birthday as we start this video.
Happy birthday.
Hopefully she'll watch.
Happy birthday, Sandy. You're a great mother-in-law. You're the best mother-in-law a guy could have. What are we doing today?
We're doing another tasting number 20.
Tasting number 20. We are getting close to the end of this Advent calendar. Where is this going?
5 tastes to go.
Five.
Including this one, yeah.
So we are going to go ahead, pick it up, smell it. And before actually we do that.
What?
We are either, it's a bourbon, or it's a rye, or it's a single malt.
Yeah, American single malt.
American single malt.
Which, by the way, just in the past week, got officially defined in the U.S.
Really?
Yeah.
So, we are going to go to the nose and try to determine with a sniff what this concoction of bourbon, rye, or American single malt might be.
I like to say we're exploring the aromas.
I'm smelling it.
Digging into the nose. So let's do it.
Yeah.
It's got some yummy notes on it. Caramel, vanilla. I'm getting even a little bit of cherry on the nose. And cinnamon.
I'm getting a tad bit of a smokiness. You've pretty much wiped out everything else that I could.
It was just like, I don't always get a lot on a first sniff out of a nose. And this one's just, woo. But
okay.
and unless my nose is just, it's too early, but.
This is pretty good, actually. This is a really good note.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and taste it.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, well, I'm going to say, first of all, this has got some proof on it. It's very warm.
It is eye-opening.
We probably should have had a control drink before we did this, but you never know. We could have gotten something 90 proof. Who knows? But this is not 90 proof.
Why don't we go ahead and discuss what flavors we're getting on the palate?
Yeah, what do we actually taste beyond we thought it was a little warm?
Cinnamon.
Cherry.
Smokiness.
Caramel.
Maybe nutmeg. Maybe.
Yeah.
Has a very good finish. As hot as it is, it doesn't, I don't feel like my esophagus, like right now calling the fire department for help. No,
but it did give me a little tingly because it is first sip of the day. Do you want to guess the proof? I'm thinking it's between 125 and 130.
Oh, I'm thinking it's about 130. I want to go in there. I think 130 is safe. I'd be shocked if it were.
Yeah,
if it's below, it's no way it's below 120. I'm going to stay 130.
Yeah, I mean, I was just picking a range, 125, 130, but I think it's probably really close to 130. So let's take you just took a sip. I'm going to take one. We'll talk about the finish a little bit.
Okay.
I think I already mentioned before that it has a very long finish. And if it is this higher proof that we're anticipating it is, those tend to finish longer just because there's more going on. I am getting a lot of wood notes on the finish. So I think it's a little bit older. I think it's I'm leaning towards at least 10 years old.
Could be.
What are you thinking?
Could be, because there's a pretty good amount of wood on it. A tad bit of cinnamon in the back, but I think it's a little bit more wood on the back.
I'm still getting some sweet notes, like a sweet char kind of thing on the finish. But the palate is really nice. Once I feel like I'm getting a little warmed up, it's not feeling quite as hot, since now we've had a couple sips. I mean, I still agree with what the proof is, but it's not as surprising to my system, let's say. Caramel notes.
I'm going to guess. I think it's Elijah Craig.
Well, we hadn't even guessed the category yet.
It's a
bourbon.
It's bourbon.
We agree, it's a bourbon.
It's a bourbon.
And he's ready to guess what it is. So you think it's Elijah Craig?
I think it's Elijah Craig.
A barrel proof?
It's a barrel proof. I usually get this reaction on my palate when I have an Elijah Craig barrel proof. That's what I think it is.
Well, interestingly, we didn't get the A release this year.
Mm-hmm.
We got the B release late.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we may have just recently opened it. I think before we even bottled up this tasting.
Mm-hmm.
So that's leaving my deduction that it's probably C924.
Okay.
But I'm going to do another sip. I think C was a little bit older. No, I'm with you. I think it's an Elijah Craig barrel proof. I think it's probably really close to 130 proof. I'm even getting a little bit now that my palate's calmed down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting a little bit of like dark chocolate notes on it to go with that cherry. So it's almost like a chocolate covered cherry. I just had to let everything kind of settle in. That's typical for me when it's a little bit hotter. So should we check and see if we're right?
Oh, let's just leave people wandering aimlessly trying to figure out.
Sample B.
B.
It would have been the second thing we bottled. It is a bourbon. It is 11 years old. I said at least 10.
Okay.
Proof is 129. Can't get much closer than that. Paid $99.99.
Ooh.
That makes me feel pretty confident it's the Elijah Craig.
Okay.
Elijah Craig barrel proof C924.
You got it.
There you go.
You got it. I would have been, like I said, I would have been shocked if it had been anything else. It's Elijah Craig for myself is something that I initially did not enjoy. And I actually did not even become remotely interested in it till late last year.
Mm-hmm.
And
before that, I could buy a barrel proof bottle and it would sit on the shelf for a long time and it'd be my secret little pour.
Yeah, so
now I have to share, and that's okay. I love you.
Well, don't cross your fingers. But anyway, yeah, it was just one day I ended up trying it. It's like, this is really, really good. And ended up then getting kind of on a streak because our friends at Scotchy Bourbon Boys did a barrel pick that was 130. Then we had another one that was 135.
Well, it was a store pick for a local place. And we never would have guessed it was 135, maybe 120.
Yes.
But it is the smoothest 135 I think I've ever had.
Yes, and it's a sad thing because I can see that bottle actually right now on the shelf, and it's got like this much left.
Neither one of us have wanted to be the one to finish it.
So I'll end up probably letting her finish it because Rebecca's always right. So anyway, Heaven Hill, Elijah Craig, and who was it? Connor O'Driscoll.
Yeah.
The cheers to you. Merry Christmas to everyone out there.
And happy birthday to Mom.
Happy birthday to the greatest mother-in-law around. Cheers.
Cheers.